He sat on the cracked sidewalk, his tail thumped weakly against the hard ground. This was the spot. This was where they had left him. 79 days, 79 sunrises, 79 sunsets. He wasn't counting, of course, he just knew. He knew they would come back, they had to. He watched the cars go by, so many cars, so many smells, none of them familiar, none of them. Hunger gnawed at his belly, he was tired, so tired. But he couldn't leave, not this spot. This was their spot. A little girl walked by with her mother. She was eating a melting ice cream cone. He watched her, his ears perked up, his tail thumped a bit harder. He loved children. He loved his family. Where were they? Why hadn't they come back for him? The sun dipped below the horizon. The air grew colder. He shivered. Another night alone. He would wait. He would always wait. Hope, even faint and fading, kept him anchored to this spot. His name was Buddy. He had lived a good life, a happy life. He had a family who loved him, children who played with him, a warm bed to sleep in. He couldn't understand why it had all vanished. It had been a normal day, a car ride, excitement in the air, a new place. He had been excited, new smells, new adventures. He had jumped out of the car, eager to explore. But his family wasn't exploring. They were saying goodbye. He didn't understand. He wagged his tail, hoping to play. They patted him, their touches heavy with sadness. He licked their hands, trying to understand. And then they were gone. The car sped away. He had barked. He had chased after them. But they didn't stop. He was alone, abandoned. The streets were cold and unforgiving. Food was scarce. He scavenged through trash cans, his nose twitching at the putrid smells. He ate scraps of discarded food, his stomach churning. Other dogs, hardened by the streets, snarled and snapped at him. He was too gentle, too trusting for this life. He bore their hostility with whimpers, his tail tucked between his legs. He missed his family. He missed their laughter. He missed the warmth of their home. He missed their love. It was a dull ache in his heart, a constant reminder of what he had lost. He huddled in doorways, seeking shelter from the wind and the rain. The nights were long and lonely. He dreamt of his family, their faces blurred, their voices distant echoes. He woke up shivering, the cold seeping into his bones. The woman was different. He could smell her kindness. She didn't shoo him away when he approached her tentatively, his tail tucked low, his eyes pleading. She offered him a piece of her sandwich. He took it cautiously, his teeth grazing her fingers. She didn't flinch. She spoke to him in a soft voice, her words soothing his battered spirit. She came back the next day, and the next. Each time she brought him food. Each time she spoke to him with gentle words. He began to wag his tail. Hope, dormant for so long, flickered back to life. One day she brought a leash. He cowered, memories of his abandonment surfacing. She didn't force him. She sat beside him, speaking softly, offering him the leash. He licked her hand, a gesture of trust. The veterinary clinic was a whirlwind of smells and sounds. He trembled, overwhelmed by it all. The woman, his rescuer, held him close, her touch a reassuring presence. The veterinarian, a kind man with gentle hands, examined him. He needed to be neutered. He needed vaccinations. He needed care. He was malnourished, his ribs visible beneath his matted fur. He spent a few days at the clinic. At first he was wary. He flinched at loud noises. He shied away from human touch. But the staff was kind. They spoke to him softly. They offered him treats. Slowly he began to trust again. He ate the food offered to him, his tail thumping weakly against the floor. He allowed the staff to pet him, his body relaxing under their touch. He was safe. He was cared for. The woman, his rescuer, came for him. He recognized her immediately. His tail wagged furiously. He showered her with grateful licks. She was taking him home. Her home was warm and welcoming. He had a soft bed. He had toys to play with. He had a family. He couldn't believe his luck. He had gone from abandoned to adored. He loved his new life. He loved his walks with the woman. He loved playing fetch in the park. He loved cuddling on the couch, his head resting on her lap. He was home. He never forgot his former family. He never understood why they had left him, but he had found a new family, a family who loved him unconditionally. He was happy. He was home. Buddy's story is not unique. Every day, countless animals are abandoned, left to fend for themselves on the streets. They face hunger, disease, and danger. They deserve better. You can make a difference. Adopt, don't shop. Give a homeless animal a second chance at happiness. Volunteer at your local animal shelter. Donate to organizations that rescue and care for abandoned animals. Every act of kindness, no matter how small, can change an animal's life. Be the voice for the voiceless. Be the hope for the hopeless. Be the change you want to see in the world. Follow Daily Cure for more inspiring stories and ways to help.